What's up, Carl?
Hey, what's going on?
Could you not click on it on Instagram and come up? It wouldn't let
No,
you
I
come
did. That's why I'm on my phone.
through? Okay. Well, the reason that I do it like that, I send it through Instagram so nobody else can get up. If I drop it in the comments, everybody's able to try to join.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Okay. All right. So, hey, no drama. What's happening, Josh? The Bible verse. What's happening? Mama Payday. What's going on, baby? Then. All right. So, what I've got pulled up here is Dr. Stephen Greer on Trump's UFO disclosure. Do you know what program you was watching when you seen it?
I've watched Stephen Greer on a whole bunch of programs.
What now, is he like that other dude you was just talking about? I can't remember his name, but I know I seen that guy's stuff where he was talking about the UFO files. They tried to say he didn't work at the Pentagon or the damn research facility.
There's him and there's what's his name? Are you thinking Luis Alzaredo?
No, the other guy, the first one you was talking about just a minute ago.
Oh, Bob Lazar.
Yeah, I absolutely believe that dude. He didn't sound like he was lying. And the fact that they tried to say he didn't work there, and then people were able to pull up the information about him working there, just kind of said, yeah, they're trying to hide something with that.
Yeah.
So
that's why it should bother us when Ian Carroll comes on and says that, like, Ian Carroll gives a whole thing on Stephen Greer on why he thinks he's a Mossad agent.
Hey,
and nobody will bring Stephen Greer up to say, hey, is this stuff real? So
what is
the Mossad?
What's a Mossad agent, Carl? I honestly do not know. I've heard people use that term, but I never researched what it actually meant.
Israeli intelligence.
Israeli intelligence.
That's what they say Epstein was a part of, possibly.
I could see that. Now, let me ask you this: if UFOs was real, or if it come to be known that they are real, what would change in your life?
Well, it should change all of our lives. Why would our governments lie to us about such a thing? Do they think that they're so much more special than us that they get to know and we don't?
Bro, do you think that if it was real and they kept it a secret from us, do you think that it would make some people crash out that couldn't handle it?
Well, if you can't handle the truth, then I don't know what to say. Then that's kind of your problem.
Do you remember the radio announcer that started screaming the UFOs are coming and people started jumping out windows and stuff? I want to say it was back in the 60s.
Well, yeah, but you got to be honest with the people. Maybe the UFOs aren't a threat. Maybe it's, hey, guys, relax. Or maybe we're the threat to the UFOs. Maybe they're trying to help us. Who knows?
Well, right? If we were a threat, they'd already took us out. You don't think?
You don't think that what we do on the earth has an effect on the whole universe?
Oh, I absolutely do. And that's why when you go back and you look at some of these generals and stuff they talk about during these big wars, they would show up out of nowhere and be looking at them, spying on them and stuff.
Well, there's a Canadian defense minister, real one. I looked him up. It's a real guy. I checked the video. I did my research, Will. This was a Canadian defense minister who swore that Brian Hillier, I believe his name was, said that there was a galactic federation of aliens. He stopped right in your U.S. Senate and told them so, and said that the aliens wanted you to stop fracking around. And seeing that Donald Trump likes to do his fracking.
So Trump's responsible for him, you think? Yeah.
Well, we deserve the answers. I honestly think Trump is maybe possibly satanic. Why would he want what's going on in France to be covered up? Why would he let one of his civilians who only wants to know the truth and is now getting sued and says that there's death threats on her? Why would you just not kind of demand a DNA test? Let's prove who the stupid one is. Is it my civilian, or is there stuff to what else Candace says, that they are satanic and that the Rothschilds
Carl,
brought
why
them up
does it?
and that they were
Listen,
part of
what would
MK
it
Ultra
matter?
in America?
What would change in your life if that lady had a penis? I mean, honestly, what would change?
Well, shouldn't that acknowledge and light something in your guys' brain that maybe something satanic is running us? Like, he's
Bro,
a
the
young
devil's
global
been,
leader with the WEF. If
bro,
Macron, then maybe all of them are. Maybe that's what penetration is. When Klaus Schwab says that he's penetrated our governments, Tulsi Gabbard got a wave out from the WEF. John Fetterman is a proud
what is the WEF
member.
for the ones that don't know?
They're the globalists. They are trying to bring on the fourth industrial revolution. I'm not making shit up. This is their words.
No, I believe you.
Yeah, you can see their slogan is, you'll own nothing, but you'll be happy. This sounds unreal and that nobody would go for it, right? Right?
No, I absolutely know that they want people to rent everything and not own anything. I've heard them say that dumb shit before.
Well, every major corporation, you can go to the WEF website itself, go check it out, and you will see every major corporation is under the WEF. And then maybe you'll understand that if they want us to own nothing and be happy, they're going to force us to be happy owning nothing. And that if we don't do or say something,
you do realize we can't take anything with us anyway, right?
no, just our word, Will. All we take is our word.
Just our soul. Just
That's
our soul.
our word. That's our word. Remember, the word is the most important thing in the world. Your Bible tells you so. Jesus is the most important thing. And Jesus told you that he lives inside of you. And you are a word of Jesus if you walk with Jesus. So it's your word. Your soul is your word. I just want people to know that. Your soul is
That's
your word.
That's a good way to look at it. Nothing wrong with looking at it like that.
Well, that'll make you not want to lie anymore, wouldn't it?
Well, who's to say that we're lying? Sometimes, like, when I poke at you and shit, I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah, but well, you don't know what the other person's going through. You're taking.
I get that.
You're taking their trauma.
That's exactly why I'm on live with you right now, because I heard you say that I hated you. I absolutely do not hate you. I like fucking with you, but I pick at everybody that I like. You have to understand that. Sometimes when people fuck with you and pick at you, it's not because they hate you. They're just trying to rev you up and get you going. You don't know how buddies fuck with one another at work and stuff, man?
Well, do you know that I haven't had a human conversation in I don't know how many years? Like an intelligent conversation where we can talk back and forth like we are right now. Do you know that
I realize that. I realize that.
Remember how I said I wasn't having a good morning? Do you know what I had to listen to? And I try and use common sense, and people just don't get it. So this morning I'm
Carl,
saying,
we're gonna save that conversation for me and you in private, okay? Because I'm gonna give you some tips what I think you need to do. Now it'll be on you whether you take that information and use it or not. But I most definitely think you need to separate to get out of there. After what you showed on that little short, I kind of understand. You know, there ain't but so much a human brain can take before it snaps, and I think that they're responsible for a lot of it. I don't think it's so much your work. I think it was a stress altogether.
no, Will, it was work. It hasn't always been like this. It was work that made me see that I was enabling.
Hmm.
I mean, it was my workplace took me to the point where I fucking like There's people who talk about ending their lives, and I'm lucky to be here today because
Well,
I
hey, Carl,
fucking
can I
failed.
say, I want you to understand, you're not the only one that feels that way, though. Even though you feel like you're the only one that has them feelings, I promise you, you are not. There's many a men that has done something to themselves from under stress.
Well,
Nothing's worth
yeah,
that, though.
this is why I want to. This is why I want to help people, Will, because people are out there being destroyed by the places that they gave their loyalty to, the people that
Mm,
they had as friends. When I
mm.
tell you that my friends are some of the worst fucking human beings on the face of the earth, but if you were to meet them, you'd love them.
Do
But
you
if
think
you were
maybe
going to
they
hurt
might have,
them to be your friend because you had the truth on your side, they would fucking stab you in the back and say, fuck that
well,
guy, I
bro,
ain't
you
with that
can't,
shit.
listen, you cannot expect people to give up their livelihood for
For the
others.
truth, why should
It
I have to give up
because
my
they have
livelihood to save theirs?
listen, they have families that depend on them. You
Well,
understand?
yeah, so do I, bud.
So you would
This is why
rather,
treat thy neighbor as thyself, bud.
hey,
See, you
you would
guys don't
rather,
understand. You're
would
so
you
far
rather,
removed from God. You've got human fucking brains going on. This
yeah,
is not.
they don't see it the way you see it, though. You
No, I
understand? They
see it
have
the
an
way they
obligation.
do, and that's why we're not with God, Will. That's the devil's way of
Listen,
doing things. You stand by the truth and then
they
you
have
fix the problem. You all stand
I
together.
got you.
See, we don't stand together.
Like I asked you that one time, I was like, Carl, why have all your friends abandoned you? And I seen you pause. I was like, oh, fuck, I done said the wrong thing, right? But I
No.
want you to understand something. Listen to me. A lot of them probably are scared to say the wrong thing to you because they don't understand what you're going through. That doesn't mean that they don't care about you. I heard when you called that dude on the phone. He absolutely is your friend. He just doesn't understand what to say or what you want him to do. But nobody's going to give up their family for another man. You understand what I'm saying? They're just not. People are not designed
Well,
that
it's
way.
not giving up your for another man. It's doing what's right, Will. You know what I mean?
In their mind, they did
Listen,
what was
I
right.
know how they were pressured. You know how I know they were pressured?
How's
Because
that?
I don't know how a workplace can do this, and they'll have to answer to this one day. But my workplace sent me a letter saying I wasn't allowed to talk to my friends from
Can I tell
work.
you why? Can I tell you why? Because they were doing an actual investigation and they can't have you leading them people in a certain way. They
No,
need to
they
get to the
didn't.
bottom of it.
Will, no, Will, no. They tried telling me right off the bat. Like I had to prove to them. Like they still didn't get it. Like I went in there and said, I'm having problems at work. Shit just isn't making sense. I morally am having some fucking real issues here on top of it. And it's all fucked up. And they tried saying, no, it's personal, Carl. And I said, okay, let's pull up my work hours. Let's pull out my phone and you tell me where it's fucking personal
Well, that's
because
because
I'm
they
all
didn't
about
want to take
work.
responsibility of it because that means they'd have to pay you from here on out. And they didn't want to take that responsibility.
To do an investigation and figure out what the problem was, Will.
No,
That's all I
if you
ever
could
asked them
prove,
for, bud. Let's sit
I got
down
you.
and talk about it. Let's all
But
sit
that's
down and
like,
talk about it.
listen, that's like asking to investigate the cops. They're not going to do it.
Well,
Let's
this
watch.
is Satan's world, bud. This is this. You should be able to sit around and talk about what happened, especially if somebody's fucking losing their mind over what's happening. You should be able to sit down and talk about it. But you're saying no, you shouldn't. You got how that's
How
wrong,
long?
right?
No, I didn't say no, you shouldn't. I said they're not going to because then
Well,
they're
that should be
financially
against the law,
responsible
my
for it.
friend.
So with this doctor, Stephen Greer, I'm gonna play the one from Vlad. I'm gonna let it play a little bit, and then if you have something to add to it, just tell me when to stop. Okay?
Yeah.
Can you see when you look at the bottom of your phone? Can you see the mic and the camera?
Yep.
Okay, so if you hit the mic, it pauses it where nobody can hear what you're saying. If you hit the camera, it turns your camera off. Okay.
All right.
All right. Like, look, I'm gonna turn my camera on. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's what it does. Just so you kind of, I know you don't know about StreamYard, but then if you want to pause the camera where nobody can see what's going on, you can.
All right.
All right, here we go. Dr. Stephen Greer, welcome back. Famed researcher and retired emergency medical doctor who now heads a disclosure project and focuses on ending the secrecy around UFOs and UAPs.
Hey, Will, wait a minute.
Welcome back to Vlad TV.
Thank you. Great to be here with you.
Sir?
I just wanted to point out that Ian Carroll said there's no real proof of him actually being a doctor.
Well, they call a preacher a doctor, right? Dr.
Well,
Reverend
They just
Martin
said he
Luther
was a
King.
medical doctor. They just said he was a medical doctor. Okay.
Right. Yeah, I don't even know who this dude is. The only reason that I've even heard of him is because of what you said.
Okay. I just want to let you know, like, some of the things that have been said. I don't know if it's true or not. Ian Carroll says that this is why this guy needs to be interviewed. He's an important person. He represents the whistleblowers and all sorts of stuff like that within the space thing. Okay. You can go ahead again.
No drama. Hey, no drama. Let me add this. I'm a firm believer in Jesus too, right? And if there's aliens out there, it's because God made them. And his power is unlimited. But that is your choice to believe that there's no aliens out there. That's upon you.
This is actually the first time we're face to face.
I know. It's great. I've been wanting to meet you for a long time.
Oh, yeah. No, last time we did it remotely, but I had to get in the same room with you.
Yes. So here we are. I'm glad you could come too.
Well, a lot has happened since last time.
Oh, boy.
So Trump created a new task force that's focused on declassifying federal secrets, including UFOs. And Representative Anna Luna is heading up this task force.
Is that what it sounds like, the one that you watched?
I've watched a ton of videos on this guy, Will, but I do want to make a statement. So if anybody out there wants to go investigate themselves, but I don't know if you guys remember, before Trump got elected, there was a bunch of lights in the sky that was being reported and all sorts of stuff. And Trump said that he would tell everybody what it was if he got into office. And when he got into office, he never told anybody what it was, but he said it was you guys. But he wouldn't say what it was. Just wanted to let you guys know.
He said it was
check
us.
that out.
All right. I have to do my research on that.
Have they released anything so far?
No. And I'm not sure that Trump created that. That's been organized under the House Oversight Committee. Now, President Trump is wanting to declassify a number of documents and information. And there's everything still under review from the White House point of view.
Hey, Carl, do you ever feel like you might have been abducted?
Not that I'm aware of, but no probing's been done to me as far as I know.
I didn't say probing. I just asked if you thought you had been abducted.
I said probing. I didn't say you did. But I have seen things. I believe I have videos of things. So I don't know what they are. I have absolutely no idea what they are, but I only have what has been shown to me and what I've seen.
Will you share what you got with us?
Well, yeah, I can try and go back through all my shit.
Well, you should have that marked as like a favorite or something. You know what I'm saying? But if you find it, you don't have to share it publicly. Just share it to me on Instagram. I'd like to see it. I mean, I'm genuinely curious.
Yeah, it's lights moving in the sky, but it's not. There's no spaceships or anything like that. You don't think
it could be a flashlight?
Do you remember? Because you follow Upchurch. Upchurch did where he filmed a bird, because they were doing like this thing where people were filming and they were seeing shit within in the film, right? And he filmed this bird, and this black thing just went right across the screen super fast.
That couldn't have been a bug.
I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, you have to realize now. Some people, I'm not going to say his name, but some people take mushrooms and it makes you see stuff.
Well, no, I seen the video,
It-
bud. It didn't.
This is the same. Hey, this is the same person. Listen, that's the same person that claimed to see a UFO, and then come back out and said they wasn't real. So, I mean, there is that.
Yeah, you did catch on to that one. That's good. Because I was
The
always
House
like,
Oversight Committee.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, I was always like, what the fuck's going on with this guy? One time he believes, next time he doesn't, but he's seen him. Like, what's going on here? Like,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Well, listen, you can't bash on him no more than what you want other people to bash on you, because I honestly think he's going through something. It could happen to anybody, and everybody piled on that dude.
Hey, Will, I've been willing to say that the whole time, bud. I'm worried about him because I think his mother is a complete fucking psychopathic lunatic, and she's leading them down the path of destruction. And Upchurch
He's
is
got to be
about to
grown,
put.
man.
I know, bud, but you don't understand the influence people can have over you sometimes. You know what I mean? Kind of witchcrafty. You know what I mean?
Oh,
They
yeah.
wanted to get him a conservatorship on him.
Was that true? You think that was true?
I don't know. What was it true when he said that Patty and Ronnie were still fucking and looking the phone under this number? And
I don't know.
never
I'm not judging him.
denied any of that shit.
You hear me? I'm not judging him, but I know that like people that fuck around with old Daggy Bomb there can't be that fucking smart. That's all I'm saying.
Well, no,
Like
where was he getting all his information from, Will? Like,
A lot of it was made up.
Someone needs to slap him in the head. He's about to put a belt on somebody who had make-believe conversations with them, told everybody he used to meet him in a fucking motel room and get paid for anal sex.
That was just to rev everybody up. He's not going to be associated with that guy, I promise you. He could give a fuck less about that burn. That's the truth. He just said that shit to rev everybody up.
I had met with Miss Luna Burchett and had conversations with Representative Moskowitz and others. They have a task force that has a number of objectives.
Motivated.
It's not only UAPs, other issues. I think the big problem I've seen in dealing with them for the last 2 or 3 years or so is that there's not a select committee with subpoena power, which they have to get. They've been blocked by some of the bad actors in the Congress. And number two, they don't have the funding for a specialized staff. So you need a staff of people who can become expert in this area. And if not, you're not going to be able to know anything. So my experience there is that we'll go in with briefing material.
So let me say this. How in the fuck is this dude claiming that they need an expert in this? Unless, what makes an expert? Somebody who's just guessing or somebody who's actually dealt with shit?
I guess someone who's done their research, I guess, or whoever they place to tell us what the expert is. What is it we need to know? He's just said he works with the Trump team. He works with the Trump team, and well, there is a Space Force. I want to let you guys know one other thing.
Well, the Space Force, Carl, listen, the Space Force is designed to be able to knock satellites out and stuff like that. Not so much, you know,
yeah, that's a possibility. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's just positive evidence and proof and firsthand witnesses. Other people who are professional military and intelligence disinformation operatives go in and then gaslight them in another direction. So for the most part, these people in Congress mean well, but they don't know where the washroom is. They don't even know where the landscape is put out. So, and I don't see that changing. I know 3 years ago when I was brought into the Senate Intelligence Committee, SCIF, the Secure Department Information Facility, where you do exchange sensitive and top secret information. Those guys who are at the top of Senate Intelligence and Armed Services.
Can you read that comment, Carl?
Carl, it's nice to see you up here having a civil discussion, not getting upset whether you realize it or not. No, these conversations have always been possible, bud.
Yeah, well,
And it's
listen,
just
we
hard
like
when you
fucking
got to
with you
come
too,
on the
though.
defensive and you're being told who you are, and it's not who
Listen,
you are.
do you realize I claim you as my crazy cousin? Do you realize that?
Well, Vod, we should all become crazy cousins in God. That's what
Yeah,
we
of
should
course. Of course, but I'm going to fuck with you. That's my job.
do. Well, Willard, I
Just
mean,
jokes, just like Motivated just said. It's my job, bro. If I like you, I'm gonna fuck with you. When I don't like you, that's when I don't really
well,
fuck
we
with
should
you.
always fuck with each other. You know what I mean? Have a little
Mm,
fun with one another. But there's just certain ways of having fun with one another. Well,
well,
I don't mind being fucked with. I don't.
you can't determine what my way of fun is, though. You just can't take it serious.
But you can't drive someone.
Investigate
It makes you stronger, bro.
this. Hadn't not gotten anywhere. But the
Hey,
lead
2 months ago, you wouldn't even be on a panel with me. You get what I'm saying?
Oh
2
no,
months
I
ago,
was
you've been
always
like,
willing to
fuck
come
you,
on the
Will,
panel
you're the
with
devil,
whoever.
you're a pet
That's the
protector, and you're
problem.
going to hell. Huh? Did you hear me?
What's that?
I said 2 months ago, you'd have told me I'm a pet up. Well, you still tell me that, but I'm going to hell and everything else. So
guy was
you're
told
making
you can spend
leaps and
Oh, I can't
20% of
determine.
your time
Will,
on
Will,
this.
Will, wait.
But his portfolio was over.
I can't determine whether anybody's going to hell. They got to determine that for themselves. I'm
get
just
that,
trying to
but
show
I was
people
just
that the
making a statement.
truth and the word is the most important thing in the world to you. You know what I mean? It's got to come first.
Little Maine said, Carl, honestly, why don't, and he does, but not as much as he does USA. But Little Maine says, Carl, honestly, why don't you ever call out your own government instead of the USA? Because y'all got some
I
pretty
do.
fucked up shit going
Well,
on.
I do call out my government. Right now we're on the brink of being silenced. We've got no, my God, I talk about my government quite a bit. It's just your government is way more influential. That's it. They're all corrupt.
So you're
Like, don't
saying we're
think that.
better? You're saying USA is better?
No, it's all in belief, Will, and the belief in the world is that USA is the most powerful country in the world.
We are. You want to be American, don't you, Carl? You want to use my last name over here, bro?
No,
gotcha.
Will, I definitely don't want to be an American. I don't want to
Hey,
be Canadian.
let's get a fundraiser up so Uncle Will can adopt Carl officially.
Hey, I wouldn't mind
CIA,
some Florida
NSA,
weather right now.
National Reconnaissance Office. It runs all the secret spy satellites. I mean, come on. You need a staff, 20, 30 people who drill down on all these evidence and get to the bottom
we
of
know,
it.
Little man.
So
we know, bro.
it's not muscled up to the extent it has to be. So
Just
what I
so
say
everybody's
is that
aware,
they have two pathways here.
I don't dislike, or I'm not against America because I would reside in America. I just wouldn't identify as an American because an American is a representative of its government.
Bro,
That's it. That's
you
the
want to be
difference.
American bad as a motherfucker. That's why you try to control or try to shame everybody over here into doing what you
I
do.
love my country. Well, I do, but I love your country too.
let me ask you this. So, do you see any kind of like change that you could do for the people over there? Any?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, bud. It's what I've been trying to do the whole time. I want to explain and show people my trip through the system.
Yeah, the problem is, Carl, is the stuff you're talking about, everybody already knows. Now, I don't mean that to be mean, but really, like, you're not breaking any kind of news. You're just kind of recycling what's already out there. Because as you talk about it, everybody's done watched it too.
Well, is the thing. If nobody cares, then I'd rather join the MAID program than watch the fucking world that you guys are going to build for my granddaughter.
Up, bro. You can't do that. That's giving up.
Fuck you all.
That's a sin.
That's not a sin. That's
It
giving the
is.
choice to the people, and that's what Jesus did. So that's not a sin. That's not a sin. It's to sit there, and Jesus said, I'd rather stand in my word and let you fucking crucify me, because God didn't fucking sacrifice Jesus.
You
The
know what?
people did.
Listen, you know what the difference in God and you is, man? God rearose 3 days later. He was erected 3 days later. You're not going to be able to be reerected.
Well, if I leave, I don't want to come back, bud. She's a hellhole here.
You got a lot to live for. If you feel like you got work to do here, then the MAID program is.
Well, I do
definitely
have work to do here. If I
valid
could
way.
share my story and no one gives a fuck where the system's going, like if you can't, like I said earlier, I had
Here's
a
the problem.
conversation with somebody.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Here's the problem with your story. You feel as if you're supposed to jump in front of the line because everybody's got a story to call. Everybody.
No, I don't want to jump in front of the line. All I want to do is fix my brain. I want my answers. Hey, if you fucked me, I just want you to say, I fucked you. Or you can say, hey, Carl, nah, it was on you, bud.
So you're
It was on
looking,
you.
you're just looking for
You went through what you did because you didn't want to accept what you did, but nobody would tell you what you did. We just call you crazy.
Let me ask you this. You're scared to leave, right? Because you're afraid that your wife and them will call on you. So how would you don't think you could get out of there?
Well, I told you that the last time I had officers over here because I had a problem because I got locked out of my house when other people weren't supposed to even be around me. I got locked out. So, and she told them sorry. Wrong timeline. I'm making sure I'm fucking speaking the right shit when I'm going to
It's
talk.
all right. Take your time.
The cops showed up because I got locked out of my house, is right. And I had to call them in order to get back in my house because I walked to the store. So, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is where it gets really weird. So at least to come in, I had to get my stuff. So I said, at least I have to go in the house and get my stuff. So the police showed up, and right in front of the police, I won't get into too much of the details, but right in front of the police, she said, if he leaves, I'm just going to call the doctor and his insurance and everything. Right in front of the police, right?
Yeah, Carl, but
So
they can't
I
do
walked
nothing
away
about
from
that.
the police with the policeman, and I said, are you going to do something about that? And he goes, what? And I said, the fact that she just told you if I leave, she's going to call on me. And he goes, Carl, you should leave. And I said, okay. So if I leave and she makes that call, are you going to stand up for me, or are you going to do your fucking job and take me to the hospital? And the fuckhead wouldn't give me an answer.
He can't give you an answer, bro. That's not
Well, dude, like you got to
as long
protect
as you
your
leave
people.
peaceful. Listen, as long as you leave peaceful, there's nothing that they can do.
Will, I didn't do anything the first 5 fucking times I got put into the hospital.
I know, but you went
I
down
asked
there
the
and
wrong
turned.
fucking questions and I said the wrong things.
You
Apparently that pissed people off.
You went down there and turned yourself in the first time and got the ball rolling. So
Well,
once
no,
you do
I
that,
don't
it's
count
easy.
that as part of the 5, bud. I don't count that as part of the 5. No, the 5
I get
against my
that.
will for violence and suicide. And when I went in, it was because I fucking failed at an attempt, and I thought, I'll give it one more chance. I'm going to go out and reach out for help. And he helped me. He did. And I did my fucking research, bud. I did my fucking research, and I decided to fight back for what was true and make sure that other people didn't get hurt the way that I got hurt, and just want the truth, just an investigation. That was it.
Now,
Like, if I was the problem, I was willing to accept it.
Listen, just as the normal cousin here, I'm going to say, I think that you could use somebody to talk to. I think that you ought to have a weekly session with somebody that you can at least talk, get, shit off your head. Because clearly you can't talk to anybody in that house about what you're going through because they don't want to hear it.
I can't talk to anybody. Will. I could
Right.
show you actually. Because I begged the whole time I had that psychiatrist. I begged the whole time. I was like, please, can I have somebody else? This guy, I don't know what the fuck's going on here. Like, how's he doing this to me? You know what I
Do
mean?
you,
And
now you can't select like it. You, and I'm just asking because I don't know how your system works up there, but you can't like ask for a woman psychiatrist over a man psychiatrist. You're just stuck with whoever they give you. Is that what you're saying?
well, that's what I was being told, bud. And I had nowhere else to go but inside the hospital, right? I told my psychiatrist, I was like, how do I get rid of you, man? Like, I
Mama,
think
will
you're
you make me
fucking
some more
mentally
coffee?
fucking me up. I'm not violent and I'm not suicidal, and I don't understand why the fuck you
Thank you,
keep
baby.
doing this to me. And I even showed him a video of my wife lying about him. And I said, hey, I said, is that true? And he goes, no, that's a lie. And I go, okay, so if she would lie about that, would she lie about me? And he just didn't get it. He
No,
just
he
didn't get
got
it.
it. He just didn't want to feed into your argument with your wife. You have to realize there's certain bounds that they can't cross, right? And coming in between your marriage
Well,
is
when
not
it's your
one of them.
wife getting you put in the hospital, bud, and you got to say, hey, if she's going to lie there, is she lying to get him in here? Like, there was no violence and suicide, bud. I don't know what the fuck was going on. It
Let
was
me
just
ask you this.
questioning shit.
Let me ask you this. If somebody made an open lane for you to get out of there, would you do it or would you stay?
Well, yeah, of course I would.
So here's the first thing you need to do. Okay. You need to go to your bank. You need to open up a new account. Then you need to call down there where they deposit your check and have it put in your new account with nobody else on that account. Not your wife, not your son, nobody. Just you. And I guarantee you that that'll start the ball rolling. And we'll talk more about what to do offline where nobody else can hear us. But that's the first step you need to take is regaining your finances because you have that right. Now, does she have legal authority over you, like through the courts?
No. No, that's what they were going for.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to see.
Because they wanted to pump me full of drugs. They wanted to make it so I couldn't make my own decisions. Can you imagine? What do I
Oh
do
no,
that's
you'd
so
be fucked.
awful?
You'd be fucked.
Well, yeah, that's your brain. I'm telling you guys, they're fucking on your brain so bad. They don't want you guys to care. Like you said, I'm glad you were honest, Will. Those people are not going to fuck their families up for you, Carl.
Mm-mm.
But no, they're fucking their souls, bud.
Yeah,
They're
but that's
fucking
on
their
them.
souls. If you're not with the truth, you're soulless. This is what I mean. Everybody thinks they're with God, and you just can't be unless you're with the word. And there's a lot of good people that are confused. They think they're good. And if something was to happen, I believe that they're going to not get what they fucking think they're going to get.
Bro, you can get out of there if you want to. You really can. You just got to be brave and take the steps to get out of there.
What if I told you that God told me right in front of their face? If they want it so bad, give it to them right in front of their face.
That doesn't mean give
No,
yourself
it means prove that you're a fucking child of God and make them eat everything they've ever fucking done to you, because I didn't serve that meal to them. I wouldn't be the one serving that meal to them. That'd be a
No,
meal
they've
they
done
all
it to
created
themselves.
themselves, Will.
Yeah, they done that to themselves. You can't live in a house where they disrespect you every day. Now I get getting along, you know what I mean, and you can, but it sounds like your kids are grown, bro.
Well, yeah. My
Well, you
young
done your job then.
20.
You've done your job.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna probably tell you something from my wife's perspective, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that my son, he does have a job. He works at a grocery store. He can't get full time because if you give him full time, then he gets to be part of the union, even though he's worked there for a couple of years. So he has like a 36, 32 an hour
A
week.
bare minimum.
Okay?
I got you.
So in this world today, Will, how is that young chap supposed to get himself a little apartment or something so he can start over and learn his lesson and learn that?
Listen to me. He should have thought about that before he treats you the way that he does. You understand? If he had a taste of what real reality is, he'd say, oh, wait a minute, Pops might not be that fucking bad now.
Well, that's the thing. I want to give him a taste of reality, Will, but I got to know how he got to where he is. Now, part of that's my problem, but someone has enabled him to be like that and won't let me do anything about it.
Well, then
Because
let
if he
her
doesn't know
enable
he's
him.
doing wrong, then he can't.
He's
not
20
going to
years
want to
old,
fix
bro.
himself.
He knows he's doing wrong. He just don't give a fuck because he thinks you're powerless.
Yeah, because that's the way narcissists work, bud.
Dude,
There's always one
listen.
at the top, and it has to have its band of monkeys, and it has to have the one that they beat down if they won't follow and be a monkey.
Yeah, well, we're gonna try to coach you in getting out of there. Now, whether or not if you take it, that's on you. But
Yeah.
because
Hey,
if you
let's
get
talk
it,
more
listen,
on this.
listen.
This year, I want you guys to do your research on this one. This will be on your regular news. It was on the NBC News. It was all over the place. Nobody picked up on it. An Israeli space minister, okay, what he said, and he wrote a book and everything. He says there's a galactic federation of aliens and that Donald Trump knows about it. Okay. I want you guys to go check that out. And nobody ran with that story and thought, hey, we should ask Donald Trump that fucking question and make him fucking answer it.
But what would that change in your life, brother?
Well, we'd have the truth, Will. We'd have the truth. We
The
know,
truth is that it doesn't affect us day to day, regardless if they're there or not. That's the truth. Knowing
does
that
it affect
doesn't.
us day to day if Donald Trump is a fucking satanic prick?
Bruh,
Do you think he's a
not
commandment
at all.
breaker? Do you think that the world is being led astray right straight to hell, Will, where we don't want to face the word or the
So
truth
what was
to
the issue?
protect ourselves?
Hey, what was the issue before Trump took office? Who was it then? Biden?
Well, yeah, it's the system, bud. It is you okay? Well, let's talk about Biden. You don't think that those fucking immigrants were brought in here on purpose on your dollars, okay?
I absolutely do.
Right? On purpose. So now we can have this little fucking swirl pot where Donald can go in and do whatever the fuck he wants because now he can look like a hero.
No, absolutely not.
He's sending people to El Salvadorian prisons.
Absolutely not. They wasn't brought in here so he could look like the hero. Bro, that's crazy to even think that. They were brought in here for a multitude of reasons.
I think it's to soak your money because you're paying to send them back too. You paid to have them here. You paid to bring them here. And now you're going to fucking pay to send them back.
Listen,
all about soaking all your money.
Listen, they were brought here for a workforce. It just didn't happen the way that they wanted it to because the election came up too fast. And I honestly believe, allegedly, let me say this so they don't strike our stream, that they were brought here for voting reasons. They thought if they let all these people in and gave them money and stuff, they would vote a certain way because a certain party is who let them here. Trust me, it's caused more turmoil than good for sure. And I do believe that people have a right to have a better life, but I also believe that you can't put people over to people that's already here.
You don't think that there's a possibility that it's all just one big show and they're working together? Like I know Trump likes to bip off about Obama. He likes to bip off all the time. But you people go do your own research, and if you find different, please let me know because this bothers the fuck right out of me. Wow. Obama doesn't have paperwork to be an American, and that should be embarrassing for you guys. but it's
Why
not.
does it bother you though? It won't change anything in
It,
your day-to-day life.
it means people are put in place to fucking treat us like a bunch of fucking idiots and make us dumber and dumber while they laugh at us.
Well, why would they be laughing at you? You're Canadian.
Well, they're laughing at the world, bud. They're laughing at the world.
Bro, they've been doing that.
Well,
That's not
why don't we laugh at them? Why don't we turn it around and go, hey, jackasses, we're going to take God on instead of Satan. We're done. We're not turning against each other to protect our families. We're going to protect everybody, all of us, against you fucked
Bro,
up.
you have listen, you claim faith, right? But you don't believe all the Bible.
No, in fact, the Bible tells me not to believe all of the Bible, bud.
No, absolutely not.
Jeremiah 9:9.
Tell me.
Jesus said, hey, these guys want you to do far more than my father ever intended. I'm the law of Moses. Get back to the 10 commandments, because what's the sense of reading any further if you just fucking can't get those? Like,
where does it say that at?
well, in the Bible, Jesus says these
No,
Pharisees
what
are
hey,
for far more. He doesn't say that the Bible's blah, blah, blah. In Jeremiah 9:9,
Jeremiah 9:9.
says, watch what
Let's look
men
it up and
write
see what
down.
it says. Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
Jesus told us the devil is the fucking father of this world, and we want to think that the devil wouldn't touch the Bible.
Jeremiah 9:9. All right, hold on. It says the New Testament. Let me see what it says. Let me go to 9. 9 said, I should not punish them for this, declares the Lord. Should I not avenge myself on such a nation as this? That's what Jeremiah 9:9 says.
Well, I'm going to have to relook it up because I was lied to then. And that was right up on the screen. I may have that wrong. I know it's Jeremiah. I will figure it out.
Yeah, see, you got to be careful. Listen, when you go to claiming certain things that the Bible says and you don't know it for sure, you are being a false prophet.
No, I'm allowed to be wrong. You're allowed to be wrong. I'm not.
Not when it comes to the teaching of God, bro.
You just proved me wrong, so now I get to go look it up. I get to humble myself, and I get to go check it out.
Yeah, you have to be careful.
I know exactly where to look. Aaron Aki says it, and
who is Aaron Aki?
He's some guy that he talks about maybe the possibility of Paul being a false apostle, maybe.
You know what I want to get you for Christmas, man? A Bible audiobook. So you don't have to go by what anybody else says. It just reads the Bible to you. Then you ain't got to read it. All you got to do is listen.
Well, I'm going to find it. It's good that you pointed that out. And I'll share it when I find it. I'm pretty sure he said Jeremiah.
Great White said, oh, good grief, dude's listening to Muslims. Yeah, so you have to be very careful.
I'm not listening to a Muslim, for crying out loud.
You have to be careful when it comes to the Bible, man. The app is called the Holy Bible. There you go. So is that free, Miss Deb? Is that something he can download on his computer?
Jesus is what's important in the Bible. The Bible tells you. But everybody says it's the Bible, and Bible is not the word. Jesus is.
U version on the App Store. Okay, thank you, InfoWars. We're going to hook you up with that. Miss Deb said, yes, I have it on my phone. Okay, there you go. So we're going to hook you up with that. Because you need to, listen, that's why I say, do your own research. You can't go off of a video that somebody else says.
Well, here's the thing. Maybe I'll find out. It's good that you said this. I will find out, because you never know because there's so many different translations of the Bible, Will. It's good that you bring this up because there's so many translations. And then the English translation doesn't mean what the Greek translation means sometimes. And this translation and that translation, I don't know. Do you trust the Council of Nicaea who would take books out of the Bible?
Look, I'm on.
This is why I question things, Will. I don't have to be right.
Can you read that comment? No, listen, I'm not trying to point out that you're not right, bro. I'm just trying to get you on the right.
No, that's what I want, Will. No, don't spare my feelings if you think I'm fibbing because you're not doing me any services. This is what I mean, bud. You pointed something good out. I'm not upset. I'm not anything. I'm intrigued to go look at why I
don't want you getting mad at me either, though.
Why would I get mad at you? I get mad at when you lie about me.
All right, well, let's continue.
Don't get mad when you tell the truth about me lying.
You get mad at me?
Well, yeah.
Bro, have you ever seen me get mad? It looks like a demon coming out sometimes.
They either get it done right, or at least they open up their inquiry to first-hand whistleblowers like Mr. Barber and not bring in people who are second, third, and fourth hand, don't know anything, right? So the hearing they had a few months ago, they were all second-hand, third-hand, speculative. And that's why people who'd been with me but didn't know anything. I knew a number of them. And I'm going, why are these people testifying? You want someone who's actually handled the craft, handled the bodies, been operational on a retrieval team, or even like Mr. Herrera, who came across this thing and almost lost his life by these thugs who said, look, we're going to mention this, you're dead. So now those are the people who need to be sworn in under oath. Now, the reason I say we have to have subpoena power is that if it's in the Congress, they can't force someone to come in, right, without a subpoena. They can invite people, but the really high value targets that I have on my list, they got to be subpoenaed. And then if they lie under oath to Congress, they got a problem. Now, the other pathway, which I think is more viable, would require executive orders from the president. And that would be under the executive branch and law enforcement. And law enforcement can compel without a subpoena. If you're brought in by a federal agent and asked about something and you lie, it's a felony, point blank. So the more efficient way to do this, in my opinion, would be the House and the Senate to investigate this, refer it to DOJ, because it's criminal activity. We can prove that. And then DOJ assigns to whatever divisions people to go out and do a proper investigation.
This dude here, I wonder how many people you do this, Carl. Let's see here. Oh, it wasn't but 22 hours ago. And let me tell you something. This dude ain't got 8,000 views on a 6 million subscriber based channel. That's pretty sad. People are not believing it.
And pull people in.
Well, he's on the PDD podcast.
If necessary,
pretty big one.
Get warrants.
He's on the Sean Ryan
podcast. Corporate locations and secret facilities that I have locations for, and they retrieve the evidence and proof. So that is something that could happen tonight if we could get executive orders from the president to do it. So that's what we recommend. There are 5 executive orders we've given to them, and we'll see what happens in the next few weeks.
Well, Kash Patel, the new FBI director, he's been vocal about exposing UFO secrets and so forth. What's your take on this?
Yes, he has, but he's been gaslit by Lou Elizondo and other people that are professional disinformation operatives. So here's where you get into a big problem. When you have people who are...
Carl, let me ask you this. If a UFO was to come down in your yard and try to take you, would you go willingly?
Fuck yeah.
You just get the fuck out of here, huh?
I just fucking get the fuck out.
Even if it was subject to probing?
Well, Bud, I'd have to take my chances because I've taken way too much probing in the last 5 years from people on
Let
Earth,
me
Bud.
let me ask you something. If there was an ET finger came out and lit up, you'd let them probe you?
Well, Bud, I've sat here and had to let everybody else probe me, so why not?
Who probed
You know
you?
what I mean? If they want to end me, they can end me. They can whatever. They're creating their own fate, right?
Who
I don't think
probed
you
you?
can kill regardless if it's alien or not.
Who probed you? Who was the
Well,
first one to probe?
it wasn't a physical probe, you know what I mean? It was
Oh,
more of a a mental probe.
mental probe. They didn't get
Mental
much, did they?
probing.
Did they get anything?
Well, Bud, they created me, I guess. I got everything to thank for, like, really, honestly. When you go through struggles and people do try and hurt you and you can learn from it, you can really
I'm
become a bigger, stronger person.
I'm
You can
trying, little
come
man.
closer to God like you never ever thought.
Let me ask you something. Do you think they left light-handed after they probed you?
Well, we'll find out. We'll find out how they feel because I don't even know if they know they probed me or not. Like I said, like you said, Will, a lot of them were just didn't want to lose anything, and fucking being in the lie was not gonna get them to lose anything. You know what I mean?
Well, you put people in bad position, bro.
Well, no, I didn't put anybody in a bad position, but I just wanted the truth. I didn't put
So
anybody in any sort of position.
let me ask you
I
this: if it came down to you or what do you call it when you work with your coworker? Would you put your family at risk for them?
For the truth, for sure, because it shouldn't be a risk. It should be stand together, and you shouldn't have a problem. Here, I'll tell you. And for instance, Jay Jameson, the guy you were talking about, who I
Mm-hmm.
got on the phone. Okay. So before I went off, Jay worked for me, so he came to me because he was my friend. And he said to me, he said, "Hey, Carl, I just want to let you know I've been talking to the doctor about going off on mental leave because I'm having a tough time." And I was like, "Dude, you got to do what you got to do." But he's like, "Fuck, man, I can't fucking afford to do it though." Like, fuck. I'm like, and I'm like, "Yeah, I get it. I'm not fucking going through a good time either." So, we had that conversation, and
So
unfortunately, it
he's the
got
one
to
that
Jay.
claimed it first, right? He's the one that
What's
claimed
that?
the medical. He claimed the medical leave first.
Well, no, he didn't go out on. He didn't end up going out on stress leave. What happened is the stress of knowing that he wasn't mentally doing well, but he had to keep working in order to fucking keep his family going. His heart gave out, so he got rushed to the hospital because his little heart had some problems, right? So Jay can't say that he didn't mentally struggle too because he told me. One of the other fellas, Bud. Um, he came to me and cried and asked for a demotion because things were so hard
Yeah, you
and
told
that
me
he
that.
knew he was going to get fired.
You
And
told
I
you
gave him a
told me that.
demotion. What's that?
I said you told us that he took
Yeah.
a $5 an hour pay cut or something.
Yeah.
So you think we ain't listening? We're listening to you.
Yeah. And then I can tell you about another fellow, Corey, where I went in when I was allowed to go in there when I didn't ask for a conversation with all of us to try and figure it out and got the letter saying I wasn't allowed back at work. When I was allowed there, I went in and told them that Corey was going to go off on mental leave next. Not because Corey told me, because I fucking knew he was
It's
breaking.
Corey. Who is Corey?
Who's Corey? Corey is someone I worked with who was the maintenance supervisor.
What did he do?
What did he do? Well, they
What are you
pushed him like they pushed me. And
What are you talking about?
what's that?
What did you just say?
I thought I heard you say something. I thought you said, "Who's Corey?"
Where did you hear that at?
I thought I heard it over the screen.
Nah. You all right? You need to take a break?
No, I'm quite fine. I'm quite fine. I'm not in a delusion or anything. But no, Corey, I told them he was going to go off on mental leave next. And well, lo and behold, without me being even told, guess what? He went off too. But to protect himself, he said it was personal.
Well,
So he didn't have to deal with any backlash from work.
well, he was probably scared.
Well, yeah, he was scared. It fucked him up so bad. He still fucked up from it, Uncle Will. He moved like 4 hours away up north. Sold his house down here and everything and just said, fuck, I don't want to deal with the fucking yin yang up here. Can you imagine?
So what do you
And
think
still
that
having a fucked up
ultimately,
brain over
listen,
it.
if you had to put your finger on one problem, what do you think it was that created your brain to kind of just say snap, just for lack of a better word?
Well, I think it boiled down to one person, bud. It just boiled down to one person that was a narcissist and
that's right, InfoWars. That's what I was trying to say. What happened to cause the stress on all these people?
what happened? Well, COVID too, bud. Like it was a whole, like I could go on and on about the shit that was going on at work.
Did y'all get paid through COVID, or was it just like no income whatsoever?
What happened at the plant through COVID? We were starting to struggle before because we lost our workforce and shit like that. But we had like what was it, the 2-week break where there was nothing going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't it? I think it was like a 2-week break where nobody was at work and this and that. Well, I still worked.
So you still got your regular pay?
I worked the floor.
So what happened to the workforce? What happened?
What's that?
What happened to the workforce? What happened there?
What happened to the workforce?
Yeah.
Well, we had little incidences where we hired through temp services, right? And one incident is I think they had some problems with the Ministry of Labor. We had some Vietnamese people that worked there. And while the Ministry of Labor came in, and all of a sudden there was a yin yang, and we didn't have these Vietnamese people, our whole workforce gone without them telling us.
Is that the ones that was getting paid cash though?
Yeah, the bathroom, yeah.
So you told on that situation, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I didn't make the call. I made the call to my human resource department. You know, when you're in charge of a building, that's your responsibility. You have to say, I don't know what's going on, but there's some cash being spread around. I didn't call the ministry, but somebody did.
And then they called the ministry?
Maybe. I don't know. The ministry just showed up.
So can I say it's fair? Can I say it's fair that the action that you chose to take right there is what got? Because if you wouldn't have called, they wouldn't have came. Right? You called and they had to call. Once you called and alerted them that that's what was going on, they had to come. You understand?
Well, there's maybe there's something illegal going on, and that's my responsibility, Will. When I'm being told that there's cash going all throughout the bathrooms, I didn't make the call.
Who was paying?
Just said.
Who was paying?
What's that?
How are they getting paid? Who was distributing the cash?
So what happened is my company would hire another company, right? That would have temporary workers that worked for them.
Right. So they ain't got to pay retirement.
So we brought them in. Marwood had nothing to do with this company. Now, if this company had nothing to worry about, they wouldn't have jetted. So obviously they were taking advantage of immigrants, right?
Right.
They were already paying them less than anybody else on the floor because they were temp workers. So they were taking even more because, I don't know, maybe that's the way they had to do it, give them cash. I don't know. That's it. I don't know. And then the ministry came in and all of a sudden they were.
What's up? Gotcha. So, but listen, that call led for the human resource officer to call and have it investigated, right? Which I'm not saying Marwood was in trouble for that, but ultimately it led you to being shorthanded at work, right?
Well, yeah, it took pretty much our whole workforce. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it fucked them up.
Well, yeah, it fucked us up. We had people from other buildings in other cities that work for the same company, like women off from the office coming to help us. And let me tell you, it was almost better to not even fucking have them there. You know what I mean? All they did was cause more fucking drama and trouble.
Might have been better not to call at all, huh? Do you regret calling?
Well, no, you should always do the right thing. Well, you should always especially when your job relies on it. You can't have something illegal going on in your company and you tell your company, all of a sudden something happens and then you tell your company, yeah, I knew it the whole time. I just thought, fuck, you know what I mean? And it wasn't just me. It wasn't just me. It was
what I'm saying
my
is,
boss.
yeah, well, they knew. I'm going to tell you right now, they knew. And here's the thing, though, right? Because y'all got overworked after that. Everybody had to hit the floor because there was no workforce. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. It took a while to build it back up, and yeah, it was a mess. They were making stupid decisions too that I didn't understand. Well, like when we came back from that 2 weeks, for some reason, because we didn't have that many workers that knew what the fuck they were doing, we thought we'd fire 3 of our senior employees without a reason, really. I mean, don't get me wrong, like they weren't the greatest employees, but we really did need them at the time, and there really wasn't the paperwork to fire them. They didn't really go through the process in which you're supposed to go through in order to fire somebody so that they know that they've done wrong, even though there were write-ups on a couple of these people.
You know, but sometimes it's best to leave shit alone, though. You know what I mean? And it sounds like that would have probably been one of them times, Carl.
Well, that's how you let Satan run the world, bud. You just say, hey, it'll benefit me to just turn my head away from the truth and what's right.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? So all those families had families that they supported, correct?
All the Vietnamese people?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, for sure.
For sure. When they got their jobs terminated like that, not only did it put y'all underneath the heavy stress, but it also put them under.
No, you think they got rid of those people? No. They would have put those people out and got other jobs. They're a temp service, bud.
Yeah, but no, you shut the whole temp service down if they was paying them cash. I promise you, there was probably a big investigation on that shit.
Well, yeah.
I don't think you realize sometimes when you drop a pebble in a pond, sometimes you don't realize the ripple effect that it has.
Well, if they were doing something wrong, they were ripping the immigrants off, and that's not right. They were already making money off them. I didn't do anything wrong. If you're not doing anything wrong, there's no reason to leave. You know what I mean? Well, I don't understand why this is hard, but
no, it's not.
In order
hard.
to be with God, you always got to do the right thing. You know what I mean? Ask questions, say something. If you're wrong, you're wrong. There's nothing going on.
So in turn, it put a lot of stress on you at work, right?
Oh, it wasn't just that though, bud. There was lots of stuff. Yeah. I mean,
how long now? And don't take this like I'm attacking you because I'm not.
No.
But how long after that did the dude get hurt at work?
Oh, quite a bit after. I was not at work when that happened. Well, I didn't even work.
That. I'm not blaming you for that.
You guys get confused.
No, look, I'm not confused on it. Okay. I'm just trying to get some clarification on it. I know he was in a different building and all that shit.
Okay.
But how long after that? Y'all never got restaffed after that, right?
Well, yeah, this was a different building though. This was not my workplace. This was a completely different building where the guy died. I used to work at that building, and see, what I'm trying to tell you is I used to work with the system, and the system that they were trying to do, what it was is it was adding extra coils to the floor, right? It was adding material all over the place. And I told them it would end in tragedy. I said, you guys are adding coils, and plant 2 will not be able to, it's already a horror show and someone's gonna die. Like, you guys need to watch this stuff. And they didn't give a fuck about what I said, right? So I was off work for I'd say 6 months to a year, and then he died at plant 2, right?
So you was already gone by then.
Oh, I was gone, bud. I was gone.
So how in the fuck does that bother you?
I tried to warn. So I called the Ministry of Labor, and they didn't kind of give a fuck.
Well, how would that bother you though, bro? How did you take on the trauma from it?
Well, I didn't take on the trauma from it, but I thought to myself, why can't we fix the problem so it doesn't happen again? Why is the Ministry of Labor so fucking stupid? You know what I mean? Okay, Will, this is gonna sound a cliche or whatever, right?
No, I mean, that's what I was kind of getting at, because Carl, you have stated that his death kind of caused you some trauma and shit. I can't remember what video it was. I didn't understand
how we wouldn't want to fix that problem. A man fucking died over stupidity because I warned him.
I get that, but that's not. Hey, when you warn somebody, that's not on you. That's on them. Okay, you can't take on that, but you took that on. Like you felt responsible for it because you're trying to tell yourself you didn't do enough to prevent it. But if you warn them, you did exactly what you were supposed to do. That's not your trauma to take.
Well, no,
you did what you were supposed to do.
I don't take responsibility, Will, but I also had more information on that as well. You know what I mean? And basically what I was told, and maybe I was wrong, my friend Corey told me this, but they changed the procedure at that plant, right?
Don't let that bother you.
They changed the procedure so that when the lift truck brought the coils to the presses to be put away, that the lift truck driver and the hoist operator would work together. Okay?
Right.
And
so what'd they do? Drop it on him?
Yeah. A coil of steel crushed a man, bud.
Oh, yeah. No, that shit's dangerous.
That shit's fucking heavy duty, bud.
Have you ever seen where they dropped that coil of steel on the semi-trailer and it fucking like bends the whole trailer and it flips the dude off of it? The reaction of it when it slid off? Yeah, it's some weight for sure.
Fuck yeah, imagine them everywhere, bud.
Yeah, well, he didn't feel no pain, bro.
All different sizes, from like, fuck, you can have aluminum coils that are like just next to nothing, and you can have steel coils that are just a couple 100 pounds, or all the way up to like 10,000 pounds in that building.
Oh yeah, they're heavy.
25,000 pounds. A lot of them were around, you know.
You did your job, bro. You hear me? You did your job. That's on Marwood now for doing that. That doesn't.
Well, yeah, I'd like someone to pay for their stupidity, right?
Oh, they paid. I promise you, they paid.
I don't think they did.
Oh, financially, they did.
Well,
was he married?
If they just would have did an investigation. See, here's the thing: if they just would have sat down with me, like I said, hey, let's all parties just sit down and figure out what's going on, because people are going mental around here. Hey, Corey's been off. Jay had some heart problems. Let's fucking sit around. No, Carl, no. And I'm
Snowman said used to haul 50,000 pound single coils, so he knows.
Well, yeah, he's got big boys. Yeah, it's dangerous. That was one thing I was always wary of, as being a supervisor or a.
How long have you been off work?
Oh fuck, bud. She's like, I don't know. I don't even know how long now. Fuck, 6 years.
6 years, bro.
Yeah, my brain's fucked up. I can't even
how much
read,
weight
dude,
have you gained?
because I can't get my questions answered because I need the
Listen,
truth.
how much? All right. The truth is it sounds like they were responsible, right, for putting too much on them. Truth is they're never going to tell you because, for one, you're not entitled to that information. His
Well, Jamie's
spouse.
death, I don't need the answers to that. I already got them. I already know what happened, and I think that, you know, Jamie's family deserves to know.
Oh, they know. They know.
No, they don't know. They don't know.
Their lawyer knows. They sued, right?
No, they don't.
Did
No,
they
they
sue?
don't. The
Did they
Ministry of
sue?
Labor, like,
Did they
I don't.
sue, Carl?
No, I think they
They didn't.
probably took whatever in the bouquet of flowers from Marwood.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
Jamie was just a regular dude. You know what I mean? He just fucking.
You knew him?
Well, yeah, but I used to drink coffee with him every fucking morning. I worked at that plant. Before I went to the one that I worked at, I worked with him. I drink coffee with him, and he didn't want to be there. Fuck, he hated coming to work. He fucking was a part-time worker half the fucking time. He just wanted to drink beer and fucking drive his fucking quads and just do his fucking thing. You know what I mean? But he went to work because he had to, and he was.
Well, that's a
he
lot.
wasn't a bad worker when he was there. He was one of the better crane operators and stuff like that. But
so if he was the crane operator, how in the fuck did it crush him? The lift truck driver run over him or something?
because they were piling fucking coils with the lift truck around the fucking.
Oh, okay, I got you. And it slipped off.
It tipped off and fucking crushed him.
Damn, that's fucked up. Yeah, I hate that. All right, let's get back to
It's a whole rigmarole, Will, because I worked my ass off, and I could get proof of this. Like, I could give names.
I believe you, bro. You ain't got to see. That's the problem.
When I was at plant 2, I used to scream all the fucking time. I'd be like, there's too many fucking coils in here. If we just fix the system. Like, I knew how to fix the system, but because you have fucking stupid fucking cunts who don't want to look bad, can't fucking let you go and talk to the fucking software company because you got to sit there and rely on them saying, no, they can't do that.
Bro, listen to me. Check this out. So one of the types of tires that I do are really, really fucking dangerous, right? They're split rims. And I don't know if you know what split rims are, but they're very fucking dangerous. And I told this kid, I was like, do not fuck with them aired up. Always let the air out of them. I got it. So about 3 months later, one blew up on him and like the fucking killed him. But sometimes, man, you see people doing shit and you try to warn them and they don't listen. Now, it would have been on me because I'm the one that trained him, right, on how to do tires. It'd have been on me if I wouldn't have told him, hey, man, don't ever fuck with them without letting air out of them. But he didn't listen to me. He tried to take a shortcut because it's faster just to grab them off and put one on and go, right? And instead of waiting 3 or 4 fucking extra minutes and let the air out of it, he unbolted it with it still aired up and the fucking ring busted on him and it like it took his head off.
Yeah.
Needless to say, he doesn't look the same today as he was born. He don't work no more. He's unable to work again. But that was on him.
Well, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, though.
No, you're good. Gotcha.
But when you consistently see a problem and you see it growing, and I mean, I wasn't even a supervisor then, right? I was a scheduler and I seen it and I was like, this is such an easy fix. And you have to keep saying it, right? Like, I put it in their improvement system and they tried to make the girls do it that did the software. I don't know if you've worked with software too much, Will, but it'll pretty much do whatever you want it to, bud. You know what I mean?
Ump's not a soft type of fellow. If it ain't rough, Ump don't want to fuck with it.
Well, I get that, but
I'm more of a physical on hands type of person.
Yeah, and there's fucking nothing wrong with that, because the world just definitely wouldn't go around without people like that.
Well, you can't take that on though. You did what you were supposed to do. Let's see what this crazy motherfucker here got to say.
Very well trained.
What about this dude right
Tell
here kind of
part
makes
information
you
and part misinformation.
just the fact that he's saying something about UFOs, period, or what?
Well, the fact that he's the one
gaslighting
dealing
in the
with the
wrong way.
whistleblowers and
example,
all of that. Well, if he's
consistently
Israeli
sort of the
intelligence,
nexus of folks
do we
doing
want to
that,
believe the intelligence of the
Elizondo and
Israelis? Because
Chris
I'll tell you
Anything
what,
you
the
see on the
Americans
internet,
Probably
bro,
intelligence.
you
and
cannot
others.
listen to me. You cannot believe a fucking thing you see on the internet as far as video shape, because people only put out what they want you to see. That's why I try to say you got to do your research and actually look for yourself. You can't go off somebody else's fucking opinion.
Well,
about
it's
something.
Ian Carroll with a big following. You think he did the Candace show? You'd think that if he was a liar, something should happen to him, right? Like he's trying to warn us about
They'll
this
say,
guy. And no
well,
one gives a
they're a
fuck.
threat. We're trying to
I don't
imply
even know who Ian Carroll is.
He's the one that did Candace's show for a little bit while she was off pregnant.
Yeah, I didn't watch back then.
aliens are some kind of threat. Well, they want people to believe that because they can get more money.
Kurt said this ain't real.
Complex. It's a hoax.
Kurt,
But
I
the
think
other
you've
thing
been
they'll say is,
fucking
"We don't
probed
have
by
anything that
alien
flies
too.
like that." Oh, really?
You and Carl, both of y'all got the ET finger.
Yeah, we do. And we have had since the 50s, literally since the 50s. So then you ask the question, if you put some real information, this is what I call it the poison pill. So on the outside of this poison pill of disinformation is the sweet truth of some facts.
Just enough to
The
convince you.
inside, the messaging, the narrative is a total
Exactly.
Well,
Okay.
listen, that might be a Mossad
disinformation
agent. They're
narrative
telling you
does not.
about disinformation, and he is the disinformation.
Yeah, that's why you got to do your own research. You can't rely on these people will be telling you the truth.
Well, I have done my research. I listened to Ian
Move them
Carroll.
off
I
the
looked
path
at
to
this
finding
guy,
out
and I'm
what the
like,
truth is. Now, I
someone
will
should
tell you, the
interview him
bigger
and ask
secret
him
here
if
is
Ian
not
Carroll's
about
the liar.
extraterrestrials. It's about the fact that there's a covert, illegal operation, unconstitutional, that have
Who is
technologies
Kelly
that can, as I'm
Clarkson?
quoting
That's
Admiral
that country
Wilson,
singer,
the
right?
head of intelligence,
Is that who that is?
can do circles around our B-2 stealth bomber.
Who wants to know
Circles
about
around.
Kelly Clarkson?
So, and those are human.
My
So
my
that
brother,
is a
little me.
Oh, of course he does.
Who is Kelly Clarkson? Enlighten us.
She's an American Idol.
Who idols her?
She's an actual American Idol, Kelly Clarkson.
Hey,
People like
and
us.
I want
People
to.
like us. We
I
got to
wanna-
stick together.
Hey, so let me bring up something else that I said the other day. And you tried to sick your old lady on me over it about fucking what was her name? Your old lady likes her. The singer.
The singer my wife didn't like.
No, she loves her. Who's her favorite singer?
Oh, Taylor Swift.
Yeah, that bitch only donates, bro, because she has so much fucking money. If she doesn't donate, it's going to cost her. She gets tax breaks and makes money off of that shit. Don't be fucking fooled.
Well, yeah, well,
Don't
we
be
know
fooled.
that.
Yeah,
You can't say anything bad about Taylor.
yeah, fuck Taylor Swift. Well off. That bitch is crazy. If you didn't, hey, first of all, she talking about she donates all that money. She wouldn't be fucking charging that much for them fucking tickets and shit if she really gave a fuck. Everybody would be able to come see her, but that's not the case. I guarantee you, if you go look up her fucking first row seats and shit, they're $2,000 or $3,000 fucking dollars.
Oh, trust
Listening
me.
to a bitch sing is not worth $2,000 or $3,000 for an hour. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, she also pays to come to the town. She brings a lot of money to those cities that she tours in. She's bringing in the bucks for a lot of people, buddy.
Yeah, I imagine. But that shit's for public opinion,
I know.
bro.
I know. You can't.
That shit's for a public opinion. That's all that is.
I've
It's
tried
not
to
saying
tell
that
my
she's a
wife.
bad person.
Constitution
Somebody's saying
because
that
of
she's
how
a
they're operating,
Satanist
but
like
it's
the
also
rest of them.
a
I don't know if
strategic
she's a
threat.
Satanist like the
And
rest of
those
them, but
assets
they're
are
all in it
operating
for
all over the
money. I
world.
tell
We
you
know they're
that.
in China, they're in Russia,
Not just
they're
for
in the Middle East.
the people.
And one was downed in Iran that we had retrieved. We have
Right,
this
no
from
man, I wouldn't pay
Green
to go
Beret
see that bitch.
sources read into that operation. So, you know, what I tell people is that that's the part of it they don't want the president and Congress and the American people to
Oh,
know,
Swifty.
because that is the linchpin in being able to hoax an alien invasion or hoax an alien threat, right? And that is the 70-year plan. We're getting to the very end, the crescendo of a plan that was concocted by a bunch of psychopaths.
Yeah, it was a little
sociopaths in
weird watching you
1953.
run around, and please don't ever put that fucking squirrel suit back on.
Well, I got to, man.
No,
I got to
No.
give Patty another hurrah.
no more squirrely fucking call. None.
Listen,
54.
that was
To
for
eventually,
Patty.
as Werner von Braun,
What you hoping to get? What you hoping to gain by putting that squirrel suit on? You looking for a nut, Carl? Is that what you doing?
Well, I was trying to prove a point, bud.
who
Miss
invented a-
Miss fucking Precious there, the pretty
Oh,
sister.
you proved a point, all right. You proved that you were crazier than a fucking loon, is what you proved.
No,
I said, look at
bud.
this 50-year-old man.
Well, will you let me explain the fucking squirrel suit, bud?
Let me ask you something. Is it a flying squirrel suit?
Well, no, it's just fucking something that was in the house. I got a creative idea because Patty
Carl,
Lynn up
you mean to
fucking
tell me,
gaslighted.
listen, you mean to tell me that bitch fit you just perfectly and it was just laying around?
Yes. My wife
No.
got it for herself to
Carl,
wear to
you're
a Taylor Swift concert.
You're
No
6
fucking
foot
lie.
tall, bro. You're 6 foot tall, 230 fucking pounds. They don't just fit like they're tailor made because they're laying around the house. You ordered that motherfucker for you.
But I did not. I was
You
not
did.
looking for a love affair with Patty, but I was trying to fucking use Patty's gaslighting against her. She told me that she did not
She
say
said,
that Brandon Luce was in a squirrel suit having sex with her
I
or
listened
wanted
to
to
her.
have
I heard
sex or
it.
something like that. And she told me I was
heard it.
delusional and
I heard it when
crazy.
she said it.
And your girl Brandy Day, who
It's
hates my
Carl's a
fucking
rainbow
guts,
boy.
stood up for me and said,
Brandy
"You're a
loves
liar,
you,
Patty."
man. Brandy loves you. Brandy Day loves you, bro.
I can't wait to tell my stories of all these people. My version, but we can go back and check the recordings to see if they're correct.
What did you think about that last little short that I made about you? Did you see it?
No, I didn't.
Can you handle seeing it, or will you freak out on it?
Well, if it's
It's not
doesn't
bad.
have a
I'm
lie
just
in it,
fucking
I'm all
with you.
right. I don't know if you know this or not.
It's
You
all
can ask
you.
your little
It's all
friend,
you.
little
It's-
me there.
Look
Yeah.
at him, 2 eyes open.
Listen, this is all you. This is your words, okay?
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
A shower is a weekly thing. Well,
Fuck
that's
you,
your
Will.
case, that's your case.
Hold
but
on.
It's not a weekly thing for me, my friend. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
don't feel the need to have one every single day. What's it to you? Like, you don't have to smell me.
Just watch.
I
It's
don't
funny,
think I
Carl.
smell.
Oh no! Ah! Oh my god! Ah! It burns! It burns!
What's wrong with you? I came here to bring joy and happiness, and you guys want to show the fucking Ioka side of me, eh?
Ruben!
The side of you that, well, reflects you.
You didn't think that funny.
Well, you can ask little me. I share some of his stuff sometimes. I find it mildly amusing.
Bro, you got to be able to laugh at yourself every now and
Well,
then.
I do laugh at myself, and that's why I can fucking share little me's videos when there's no lies in them, and he's just doing his fucking trying to make me look gay or whatever the fuck it is he's trying to. I'm okay with
He's
it.
just having fun, bro.
Just
You
don't
gotta
fucking
laugh
lie
at that
on
shit.
me.
He's having fun. You gotta laugh at that shit. When you can laugh at yourself, you got the world whipped on. You
Oh,
can't
but
let
I
what
can
other people.
trust me. I can laugh at myself. I've laughed at myself the whole time. I don't know if you know this or not, Will, but I have proven myself wrong over and over and over on the internet, bud. I used to think that Roseanne Barr was a soldier for God because she was telling me, but I
That
think
bitch,
she's one of Satan, bud. And I
that
can give
bitch
you a
is a
list of
soldier
reasons
for a
why.
Snickers bar. You ain't seen her fucking ass? She's a soldier for fucking a Snickers bar, homie. She
She's a
just looking for
soldier of
something to
Satan,
eat.
I believe. She's into
Well,
that Zohar I talk about.
she fucking did a video with Tom McDonald. I mean, how much more of a Satanist can you be?
Well, hey, bud, that's where you got to really ask, who the fuck is Tom McDonald singing about another man being his daddy? That's kind of weird. And, hey?
Did you ever see the music video he did bashing Trump? Where's it
Bashing
at
Trump.
today? Oh, yeah, you can't find it now. Now, all of a sudden, he's a Trump lover.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he took that shit down. There are when somebody, that's why I say you cannot believe everything that these people put on fucking line. They say what
Well, no,
people want to hear.
I know that. I figured out. You know where I figured out Tom McDonald was a bit of a fake
When
is where Rosanna interviewed him.
about when he did the fucking rap song with Ben Shapiro. How much more of a fucking idiot do you have to be?
Well, he looks like a big idiot shortly, won't he? If Ben Shapiro gets what Ben Shapiro gets for being a lying, manipulative fucking douchebag, eh?
Yeah, he's a fucking douchebag for sure. But listen,
Well,
sometimes
he's
you
a
have to,
Satanist too, I believe.
you can't take everything serious though. Like you have to be stronger than that. Do you know how many times people fucking tried to fuck with me on the internet?
No, when
looked at
people
them
get
and
hurt, I do take that serious, Will. And I
Yeah,
don't
well, that means they have
I
low
don't think you guys
self-esteem.
understand what some people are going through. But then again, a lot of people like to play victim and they like to ask for it as well. So I get where you're coming from. Like
Yeah,
Johnny Dagburn has asked for everything that he's ever gotten.
he ain't got nothing, bro. He put it all on the fucking internet. Nobody's done anything to that dude.
Well, I
He's
get, but then again,
gaslit people.
there's been evil done to him. People
Where
have called fucking what's her name's
have
work.
they? Have they? Or did he just say it? Has he shown any proof whatsoever?
Well, hey, when
None.
Wade used to show, Wade and Sieper would show the numbers and all of that to call, and like, come on, man.
So
Well, you don't have to do that. Johnny's stupid enough to capitalize off of his own.
do you
stupidity.
know? Do you know how many people he's fucking called on?
Well, I get that, but it still doesn't make it right. He's an
Oh,
idiot.
it does though, bro.
Well,
It
no,
fucking does. Tit for tat, man. I come from a world where if you do on to me, then I'm able to do on to you. But here's the problem. These motherfuckers will run to the cops every chance they get. Now, this motherfucker threatened to beat Seeper up and every fucking thing else. And then as soon as he got the opportunity, he went and tried to have the man locked up. For the same game he was fucking playing. Seeper just made him like a fool. Same thing with Psycho Babel and Rusty. See, Babel started all that shit. Rusty made him look like a fucking idiot. And then he wanted to try to turn
I
him
will
around.
agree with you. Like that PBR thing, that is about one of the most disgusting things you can ever do. When he put
Yeah.
Rusty's kid on a
That's
like
fucking
that,
nasty, dude.
you don't need to repay people for shit like that. You just need to laugh at them and say, "Fuck, bud, you don't want to go to God like this. This is
No,
stupid on your part."
anytime Power Stroke's name would have got looked up, it would have went straight to you as a pedophile. That's fucked up.
Well, yeah,
All
that's evil.
because Rusty
That's
made
what
him
that
look like
is.
an
That's a
idiot.
lie. That's witchcraft.
Yeah. That's why
And we
that
don't have
dude's
to
fucking
resort to do things
totally
back
dying.
like that. You know what I mean? We just have to,
Now
like,
imagine
it's like the four brothers and fucking with Gotcha Man's kid.
fucking fucked up.
What kind of fucking men act like that towards
Them
a
are not
fucking
men,
child?
bro.
How could you say that about a fucking child? A
An
fucking
innocent child.
well, yeah.
The
That's one of
most
the grossest.
innocent.
Those men talk about God like they're with them. I mean, you're a fucking joke, and you need to
Yes,
wake the fuck up.
hey, it's weird to watch people hide behind God, ain't it?
Well, yeah, it is. There's
It's
no
sick.
truth with them. And the
Mhm.
truth is, if you can actually hate a child and speak like a child like that because his daddy's pissing you off, you're a
Yep.
fucking loser.
That's the locale. Mm.
Well, yeah.
What'd you think when he said he was going to eat somebody's ass with a spoon? That was fucking weird, wasn't it?
Well, I don't watch them all the time. I honestly, I never really cared for him, and I only caught the clips from other people about him saying what he did about Gotcha Man's kid. And I
That's
don't care
fucked up.
about whose kid it is. When you talk about other people's kids, you're kind of fucking sick
Now, there's
in
a
a
difference.
derogatory way.
Listen, there's a difference if somebody says, hey, you're not taking care of your kids.
Well, that's different. That's
Yeah.
different. Yeah.
But there's
That's
some that
calling
try
a
to.
bad parent. That's not saying it's a bad child. That's saying bad parent.
But there's some that try to classify that and try to shame people for even mentioning that. But yet, what do you think about a man who will brag about buying weed and steaks and shit like that, but then didn't buy his young anything for Christmas? Not the first gift.
Well, if you're talking about Martin Speaks,
Don't say, you shouldn't say his name. You shouldn't give him the satisfaction of saying his name, really, because he tries to fuck with you, and I think it's odd that when he does, because
well, he can
you
do
are
it all
more
he
of a man
wants,
than
but
he
he's
ever
gonna
thought
have to
about
face
being.
God. And I would not want to be Martin Speaks. I honestly feel sorry for him. I don't know what makes a man's brain run and operate like that. I really don't. He's got a silver tongue. God blessed him with that.
Not really. Not if you listen to him.
Unfortunately, he uses it for the devil, but
Yeah, not he doesn't really have a silver tongue. He just takes what other people say and he tries to repeat it. I've noticed that about him.
well, I guess you could take a look at it. Maybe not a silver tongue. I think he believes in his own bullshit.
Oh, he knows better, but he's
Yeah, but
high, bro.
he still carries on like he believes it.
Yeah, well, he's
It's like
so
Trump,
high,
like the art of the deal.
he's so out of his mind that he doesn't realize what he's saying most of the time. Just like the other night, I caught him fucking saying that somebody was reacting to an AI video, and then at the same time he's like, "I was so drunk, I shared it." Well, either it was AI or you never said it.
No,
Yeah,
he's
never
confused.
said one original thing.
No, he's not as bright as he thinks he is. Well, he
No.
thinks he's with God, so he's not that bright. But he also thinks there's 50 billion people on YouTube. He doesn't know the population of the world, for crying out loud.
He doesn't know who he is. He's a 12-year-old trapped in a man's body. You didn't even notice my fucking avatar.
Oh, jeez. But you gotta. I feel sorry for him. Like I said, I feel sorry for Martin. Something makes Martin act that
Don't.
way. Well, you do. You
Don't
gotta
ever
feel
feel
bad for
sorry for
people
that
who would
idiot.
just give up their soul for no real reason. It's really kind of fucking stupid and silly. But
Oh,
hey, if that's the way you want to operate, God gave you your free will, and you
hey,
shouldn't run
he
around talking
fucking
about
wants to
God
be
when you know you're
famous.
a liar.
All right, let me restart this shit. Right, we'll see what he's
But
saying.
and
on
then of
Sean
course
Ryan.
Ben Rich. Ben Rich was the head of the Lockheed Skunk Works and acknowledged towards
Most
the end of his
definitely HK.
period there.
Have you ever done?
That
Listen,
they
now,
had.
I've heard you say that you've never done any hard drugs. Do you? You don't think shrooms is a hard drug?
Well, not really.
Oh, you must
Not
have been a
really.
fucking
I
regular
mean,
hard
I did them.
taker then.
I never took. I mean, I got high off them, but I never went on like a trip. Like
You
I
didn't.
seen shit and I felt shit, but I don't know. I don't consider them a hard drug. No, actually, they're supposed to maybe help with mental health, and that's what I was using them for. I was taking like a gram a day and putting them in a shake and stuff like that for a little bit.
Mm. So you were smoking them?
Smoking them, no, never smoked them. I don't think you can
Well,
smoke
how
them.
would you?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, why couldn't you if you got dried out shrooms and put them in a joint?
Well, maybe. I don't know. I've never done them that way. I always ate them. Like I remember
When's the last time? When's the last time you ate any of them?
The first time I ate them, I didn't have a really like I got the shits like really bad.
That's baby laxative, bro. That's bad cocaine.
Yeah.
When's the last time you done any coke, Carl?
Done any coke? Never done coke. Never done any. Like I said, bud, morphine once in the hospital, and I thought to
No
myself,
meth ever?
nothing, bud. I'm telling you, nothing.
Well, that's
Nothing.
what's wrong with you. Your
No, I
brain's
took
starving.
morphine once, and I thought to myself, fuck, that felt fucking real good, and it took the pain away. And I don't ever want to do it again because I never want to get hooked on it. And that's why I sympathize with people who fucking can become addicts, because I felt how good it can fucking feel. And holy shit. Yeah. So I never went near drugs, bud.
We got to hook you up with Rich. Let you get a fucking,
No.
yeah, vacation trip with fucking New Buck.
No,
You'd be
I'm
in
good.
there.
I'm good. I like my weed. And that's about it.
Somebody said, BS that giggle about the laxative. He's done it. You've
The
never
laxative,
tried
no.
cocaine, never.
The mushrooms, I've done it. And it fucking gave me the fucking worst pains in my belly, man. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
I
So
was on that
are
toilet for
mushroom?
a long
Let me
time.
ask you this: are mushrooms readily available where you're at?
Yeah, for sure they are.
Oh, we got to get a fucking stream out of you.
Well, hey, I found a while ago, I don't know if she'd still be good or not, but like a chocolate bar from like a couple years ago.
So check this out. Next time that the family's gone over the weekend, you got to eat that motherfucker.
Yeah, maybe this
Nah.
Friday, eh? What do we
Yeah,
got?
no,
What do we
maybe
got
to
on
it.
the calendar? Blue Rodeo. Blue Rodeo.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! See, Carl, people will tune into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, people would tune into that.
I thought about doing a fucking
Just don't wear that fucking squirrel suit.
maybe I'll have to now. Maybe I'll go do my food review in that. I was gonna do a food review for everybody. Like there's like I seen there's this
Hey,
YouTuber.
can we get you to retire that fucking mask too, man? That Captain Common Sense shit. Can we get you to retire that?
Fuck no, man.
Yeah, bro.
No,
That shit's got
Captain
to go.
Common Sense is coming back.
Where
The
in
Red
the fuck
Katina
did
is
you
here
get
to
that
stay.
mask at? Where
So
did
is
you
the
get
Red
that?
Dragon. Hey, bud,
The
we all
Red
got to be
Dragon
our
one
own
is.
Mashiachs. So I'll be the Mashiach the way I want to be the Mashiach, and I'll try and convince you to be a Mashiach, and hopefully one day you find a Captain Common Sense outfit that fits you.
Listen,
You know what I mean?
where did you get that mask at?
Oh, bud, I got it from the kid.
Yeah, I knew that because it don't fucking fit.
Well, we got to make things work, bud. It just seemed right.
Listen,
It seemed like that's
get,
what God wanted me to do, bud. All
listen,
sorts of symbolism all over that outfit, and no one gets it.
Hey, if they can get Taylor Swift tickets, we can get a mask that actually fits.
Wow. I like that mask, the Triceratops. You know what I mean?
It's something.
It's a 3-in-1, bud. Like I told
Alright,
you, there's
listen.
symbolism all over that outfit.
Let's see what the fucking this dude's saying.
Had technologies that could, quote, take ET home.
Oh shit.
He also stated there are no private conversations anywhere on the earth. True.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what your encryption is. And also he said that anything you imagine, we've already done at the Skunk Works. Now, there's the Skunk Works that would deal with a conventional jet, rocket, ramjet type classified aircraft, right? But then there's another division that is the deep black. I want to make a distinction between the black budget and highly classified, legally overseen projects.
Mm-hmm.
Here I'm talking about, there's a guy I'm working with now who literally oversees the black budget of the United States. He was never read in on the UFO or UAP issue. And when he tried to find out, he went out to the Lockheed Skunk Works. He was shown a bunch of these conventional propulsion systems. He was not shown the ones that are the man-made UFOs, that are the electrogravitics, the things that float, boom, 100,000 miles per hour.
100,000.
So I think
now,
that
you believe
that's
that
one of
shit? There's nobody in fucking history that can sustain that kind of fucking force, 100,000 miles an hour. What's up? Save the kids from Chucky.
the problems is
Yeah.
that there's almost two
But it depends
parallel
on what
systems.
kind of structure you're
And
in,
there's
right?
Yeah, I don't think it, dude. Have you ever rode the Gravitron at the fair?
Yeah.
What does that make you feel like when you're
Well,
fucking
yeah, but
spinning
I get
around?
what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying. But I'm
Yeah.
saying, what if there's
What's
a
up,
structure
Pitbulls?
made that eliminates that?
very little points of intersection between what I call the constitutional government of the United States. I just call it USG, the U.S. government, legal. And then there's the illegal secret government projects, okay, the ISG. So there are compartmented operations at the Lockheed Skunk Works dealing very specifically with this area of technology, which has nothing to do with rockets, jets, conventional aerodynamics, and has to deal with electric.
So let me ask you this: if that was true, you don't think that they'd be using that as a weapon?
I don't know, bud.
Something
I
just
don't know.
don't sound right, man. This dude
Well,
sounds
that's why we
convinced.
ask questions, right? Especially
Just-
when we're told that this guy works for Mossad. Like, this is the thing. Like, oh, you can't believe everything you hear on the internet from me and Carol. Well, no, you can't. But if he says something, let's ask this guy and make sure that it's not lies. That way, this guy ain't running around running amok in our brains, telling us a whole bunch of shit that ain't fucking real. Somebody's lying to us. Then we all know not to watch Ian Carroll anymore. He fucking lies. He got some bad information. You got to find out who the liars are.
So if you think he's lying about this, what makes you think he's going to answer you directly and tell you the truth that he's not, bro?
Well, because
just
if
not.
you go and I'm going to try and find that episode
So
of Ian Carroll where he
Snowman
breaks
says,
down
Carl, what's your...
why. He doesn't just say this guy's a Mossad agent. He gives a whole bunch of background and reasons why he thinks he's a Mossad agent. He goes right into the fact that he thinks he's a homosexual, playing a straight man that's married, pretending that he used to be a doctor.
Right. So,
But-
hey, Snowman's trying to ask you a question and says, Carl, what's your thoughts on Bigfoot?
I don't know, bud. I don't know. I don't care.
Do you think he's real?
Well, I don't know. It's possible, right? I don't know.
Well, they say that he's up in your sector, that they're
Well,
more
maybe.
up in Canada than anywhere.
Maybe.
Now, here's the bad thing. There was a dude that put out a bunch of shit and actually had Canada change the laws about hunting them up there, but he was proved to be a fake. And when people do shit like that, it's kind of fucked up. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, we don't know who to trust anymore. Who's the fake? Who's real? Even your favorite artists aren't real anymore.
Never have
They're all
been.
fake
It's all a
background
show, bro.
stories.
It's all a show. All right, I'm gonna let this play for a second. I gotta grab a lighter. I'll be right back.
Hey, actually, Will,
Gravitics,
I
which
gotta
is the
go.
ability.
Will, I gotta
Alright.
go because I gotta make spaghetti for the young lad.
All right, listen. Keep your phone on. I'm gonna try to call you here in a little bit. We're gonna try to see if we can't set you up with StreamYard. Okay.
All right.
Hey, it's not that hard to do. You see how easy it is to present the video and all. It's
Yeah,
pretty
I think
easy.
what I'm gonna do, Will, is put Instagram on my computer and then just use the link that you gave me off of Instagram.
No, that will only take you to this stream.
No, the link that you sent me before.
Okay. All right. But do you see the green duck up in the left-hand corner of this stream?
Yep.
That's the site that you're looking for. There's a couple different StreamYards, but this is the one.
Okay.
Okay. So that's the what you're looking for. All right,
Okay.
people. I appreciate you joining me. Hang on for a second, Carl. Let me end the stream. I appreciate y'all hanging out with us. We will holler next time.